Hello friends, I'm here with the DJI Phantom 4 and the DJI Spark, and we are going to talk about memory cards. A lot of people are confused by the various numbers plastered all over today's high-speed memory cards, and they're just not sure what they need. So today, we're going to look at those numbers and one specific memory card. That card is the Sandisk high endurance video card. This video card is impact resistant and water resistant, which is super awesome for those of us flying drones in moist air. Sometimes having those drones take a swim, other times flying in snow and other weather we shouldn't be flying in, and sometimes exposing them to the corrosive properties of salt water. Now, you don't have to be in salt water for the rust and corrosion to get you. Just the salt in the air or a salt mist on your vehicle is enough for your card and your electronics to rust out, and it can happen quickly. However, if you have to choose between losing your drone and your footage, or just your drone and keeping your footage, that's the option I'd go with. And a card like this could save the day. Let's take a look at the numbers on the card. DJI for the Phantom 4 recommends a U1 V10 memory card. However, most sources rate that for 1080p. For 4K video, you would go with a Class 10 U3 V30 memory card. V30 is a minimum write speed of 30 meg per second, and U3 is the same. So U1 is 10, U3 is 30, and then U3 V6 is 60. There's no U6. But you won't need to worry about that. That's 8K. If you're shooting 8K, U3 V60. 4K, U3 V30. Just remember, 3 is a minimum write speed of 30 megabytes per second. Minimum. Because you want about 40 megabytes per second write speed for 4K with the Phantom 4. Now, going faster than that is just not necessary because there are hardware limitations. The Phantom, the Spark, your drone, the Mavic Pro, they're only going to write so fast due to hardware limitations. So when it comes to faster speeds, more is not always more. Just remember, look for the U3 on your memory card and you are set. But let's take a closer look at those numbers. So here is the Sandisk high endurance SDHC video card. Why is it SDHC and this one SDXC? Because HC goes up to 32 gigabyte, XC goes up to 2 terabyte. So XC supports bigger than HC. That's what you need to know. Okay, you'll see there's a U3, a V30, and a C with the number 10 inside. The C in the number 10 means class 10. That's a minimum write speed of 10 meg per second. You do not want a card with anything but class 10 in today's day. Moving along, you'll see V30. That means minimum write speed of 30 megabytes per second. Then you'll see U3. That also means minimum write speed of 30 meg per second. If you saw V10 or U1, that would be 10 meg per second. Think of the 1, add a 0, to 3, add a 0. So class 10, UV V30. Minimum write speed 30 meg per second. You'll notice the packaging actually says 40 meg per second. So it depends, who do you want to believe? One thing to really note about what I just said is very important. The packaging will tend to explain to you what these numbers all mean. So you don't really have to read them, they're right here. But now you know how to read them. So you have this memory card lying around, or maybe you're at a rummage sale or garage sale and you find it. What is this card? Can I use it? We look at it. It has some of the numbers I'm familiar with, but not all of them. I don't see a class. I don't see a V. But what I do see is U3. So I know U3, minimum write speed 30 meg per second, probably more, probably much more. That's a minimum. So I'm set for 4K recording. Now, here's another one. This is a SD card. This is not for a drone, but say you have your camera with you and you want to do some video with your camera as well, but you're just not sure what this memory card you found in your old sweatpants pocket is all about. So look at the numbers on the card. You'll see it says class 10. So that's good. You'll see it says U1. So U1 is minimum write speed of 10 meg per second. This may be acceptable for 4K, but it may not. As you're recording, the card may fail to keep up and stop recording. You'll also notice a new number on this card. It says 80 MBS, the maximum read speed, 80 megabytes per second. So you don't really care terribly about that. When it comes to recording, it's the write speed you are concerned about. So there you have it. I have a 64 gig and a 32 gig high endurance card. One is an SDHC, one is an SDXC. The difference being one is 32 gig, one is larger than 32 gig. Both these cards are meant for rough conditions, high heat, impact, water. They're meant to survive. And if you're gonna fly drones, you're gonna be in all kinds of weird atmospheric conditions. I suggest one like this. Samsung has a similar one as well. I'm gonna leave some links in my description, as well as the information and the numbers I've been talking about as well. So check out the description, grab one of these cards, let me know what card you have, what drone you're flying it in, and what you think of it. Keep in mind, you don't need one of these high endurance cards. You can get a regular card. Just be sure you're looking for three things: class 10, U3, V30, and you'll be good to go. Wait a minute, hold up, stop the press. Why am I talking about 32 gig memory cards and 64 gig memory cards? Don't they have 128 gig memory cards, 256 gig memory cards, 528 gig memory cards? Greg, why such small memory cards? How big a card can I put in my Phantom? What's the biggest size card I can put in my Phantom? That's the biggest thing people get caught up in. How big a card can I use? Who's got the best price? I'm going to tell you a different way to look at it. How much footage are you willing to lose at one time? You are out with your drone. Maybe you're flying for fun. Maybe you're shooting for a client. Maybe it's a once-in-a-lifetime trip. You get phenomenal footage. Oh my God, I just captured the very first space alien ever to land on Earth. And I did it myself with my drone. So let's land and go take a video of that birdie over there, over the frozen lake, 100 yards out. Whoop. You drop your drone in the lake and all your footage is gone. What I suggest is, rather than sticking one gigantic memory card in your drone, you go out with a couple medium-sized memory cards. And when you get really good footage you absolutely want to keep, you take that card out and you put it in a case. Then you take your next card, you stick it in your drone, and off you go. This way, if something happens to your drone, you still have that epic footage. If something happens to one of your memory cards, you still have some of your epic footage. The idea is to not risk losing epic footage or all of your footage. So I'm suggesting to you, you use multiple medium-sized cards as opposed to one gigantic card. And when you capture something great, you pull the card and you put in a different card to continue shooting. That's my take. That's all I've got for you today. You're on Greg Adventure. I'm Greg, and this is today's adventure.